will strike back and return to the Stanley Cup Final. Islanders Lightning Game 7. Tomorrow with Hockey Central on Sportsnet.
If somehow you missed the big news, Danielle and I ate pizza on... Well, no, that's not the big news. That's
That was pretty great.
a good subplot to all of this.
Yes.
The Montreal Canadiens are heading to the Stanley Cup Final for the first time in 28 years, thanks to a 3-2 Game 6 win over the Vegas Golden Knights.
And it was extremely exciting, and it seems that the Habs' game plan just needs to be score 2 goals. They're 10-0.
Everything else is good,
now
yeah.
11-0 if they score 2 goals or more in the playoffs. It helps when Carey Price kind of has you covered after that point, though, right? It's St. Jean-Baptiste Day in Quebec. Go figure. A holiday. I think it was going to be one anyway, if I'm being honest. Montreal fans pumped as they look for their first chance to go to the Cup Final since '93. Marc Bergevin rocking that red suit. Lucky red, 2-0. Meanwhile, Robin Leonard gets the start in net and needs some gum before the game. Fleury has his back. Midway through the first, Alex Pietrangelo catches Yoel Armia up high. That sends him to the box for roughing. Montreal gets an opportunity on the power play.
Martinez able to stop that up and then gives it away. Weber will fire, scores! The captain has the icebreaker in Game 6.
Shea Weber snaps an 18-game goalless drought. Bergevin pumped. Pietrangelo pissed. Yeah, we'll send you the bill. It's okay. It's 1-0. 48 seconds later, Vegas responds. Shea Theodore, nice play to get the puck down to Riley Smith, who taps in his first goal in 10 games. We're tied at 1 through 20 minutes. Meanwhile, Leonard scouted Cole Caulfield ahead of Game 4 and held him without a goal on 3 shots. Caulfield responded by saying he's happy he knows what Leonard is thinking because, he could change it up a little if he needs to.
Lead pass for Caulfield, trying to get an edge on McNabb. Scores! Another beauty for goal. Caulfield.
Honestly, that one is just beautiful. Fantastic effort. 4th of the series for the 20-year-old. Meanwhile, before the goal, the puck hit Smith in an offside position, but play continued, leading to Caulfield's goal, making it 2-1 Montreal. Now, Vegas looking to answer. Martinez to William Karlsson, but Carey Price gets a pad on it. One of his spectacular saves to keep it 2-1 Montreal after 2. But Vegas keeps pressing early in the third. Pietrangelo shoots. Price can't hang on to it. Alec Martinez bangs it in. And just over a minute later, the Bell Center crickets because we're tied at 2s. Under 5 to go in the third. Caulfield looking to beat Leonard once more this time. He was ready for it. As we head to overtime for a 3rd straight game in Montreal. Early in OT. Chance for Vegas. Max Pacioretty is denied by Price, one of his 37 stops. And off the ensuing draw, Martinez. Point shot is stopped by Price, and Habs head the other way.
A chance for Pacioretty, and now back the other way. It's Denovian. A pass across. Scores! Stanley Cup Final.
The pass was perfect. Arturi Lehkonen puts it home, and Montreal is going to their first Cup Final since 1993. Carey Price will play for his first ever Stanley Cup. Meanwhile, heartbreak for Leonard and the Golden Knights. Bergevin, big hug though for the OT hero, while Weber and the Canadiens decide not to touch the Clarence Campbell Bowl. Do you blame him? I don't think so. The Habs win 3-2. Here's Luke Richardson, who, of course, still coaching with no Dominique Ducharme.
I just wanted to send a message out there. I know it's a little crazy outside the Bell Center, but we hope everybody's enjoying themselves and has a great time, but and especially at St. Jean-Baptiste Day, and it's such a special day to celebrate. But let's make sure we all celebrate responsibly and get home safe.
We'll take the first question from Eric Engels.
Luke, I understand your focus will shift immediately to the final, but how do you put in perspective everything that your team has been through this year, whether it's, the COVID break, the coaching changes, the injuries towards the end, and backing into the playoffs to the Toronto series, and Dom, the latest chapter of it.
Is that all you got on the list, Eric?
I think there's a lot more, but
Yeah. No, everything just seems to be going so fast right now. It's really fun to see the guys enjoying themselves in the dressing room. They deserve it. It's really heartwarming to see a group of guys that work that hard together. And I know every team's the same and says the same thing, but these guys are a special group and a really good mix. And it's hard to put into words how proud we are of them, but they deserve it. And they're not done yet. Like they still have fire in their eyes. They're already talking about it. So you're right. We are shifting our focus right away. We'll probably step away tomorrow and just take some rest and come back on Saturday and do a little work, and Sunday get right back at it. And we're looking forward to the challenge.
Josh Clipperton.
Hey, Luke, congrats. Just wondering if you were able to, I'm assuming you guys FaceTimed with Dom after the game. What was that like?
Yeah, I fist pumped him on the video screen. I don't know if we actually got it connected, but it was pretty close. He was definitely very excited and happy for us, and I'm sure his heart's torn. He'd love to be here with us, and we know that. So we made sure he was on the TV right when everybody came in. So it was a real quick turnover. The video guys did a great job, and I think Dom wasn't on very long. He wants the guys to celebrate, so. He gave just a quick hello and a congratulations, and they deserve it. And, he hopes to be back soon. So, the guys really miss him and have really respected what he's done this year. So it's kind of the hard part of the story right now. But you know what? I think the good thing about it is the players got something done, and they can feel like they got it done and extend it so Dom can get back with us.
Martin McGuire.
Coach, how proud are you about your shutdown line, who had this opportunity to score that magic goal tonight?
Yeah, what a play by Phil, and a great shot by Lecky. They do so much blocking shots on the penalty kill. Phil was great in the faceoff circle once again. This is the time of the year when real playoff battlers come alive, and those two guys have really shone through. So it was fitting that for our team, the way we play hard defensively and try and do all the right things defensively. It was fitting for them to get the winning goal.
Arpin Batt.
All class from Luke Bridgerton, which is what you'd expect, of course, from him. All right, with more on the game, the series, and what's next for the Canadians, here's Ron McLean and the Hockey Night in Canada panel.
Yeah, what a night with Jen here on the desk, and there's Cassie and Kelly in Calgary. And Kelly, King Arturi is the Golden Knight. That's what they're calling him now with that fantastic goal. Over to you.
Yeah, what an overtime goal. A minute 39 into overtime, another quick one. But there are a lot of great plays. First, Carey Price makes a great save off Martinez, but watch where the rebound goes. Almost out to the blue line. Here's Gallagher. He does a smart thing by going into the middle. He draws in Martinez. Now, all of a sudden, it's a 2-on-1 with Deneau and Lehkonen on Whitecloud. Now, watch a play by Deneau also to get away from Whitecloud, and an excellent release by Lehkonen. That was just so many good things. I'd have to go one more time back to Gallagher, though. If he doesn't go into the middle near center ice, that 2-on-1 isn't created. So incredible play, and man alive, was this ever an exciting series. And you can see going to the Stanley Cup Finals on Monday. What a thrilling night for Montreal.
Cassie.
We got to look at early in that overtime, and it really was all Vegas for about the first minute and a half. They had the Habs hemmed in their own zone, and Carey Price had to come up big, and so did some of the Habs players as well. Look at this chance by Pietrangelo. Comes down the middle of the ice, gets a glorious chance. But then Carey Price gets some help from Josh Anderson. Another chance from Pietrangelo, a huge block. And this one here, Max Pacioretty is going to dream about this opportunity, because Shea Weber goes across. The defense get mixed up. He has a beautiful, glorious chance, but Carey Price makes an unbelievable save. And the amount of time that Pacioretty had to take a look for this, and the room may be upstairs. But watch this moment between Marc Bergevin and Carey Price. And you think when he signed Carey Price for that long-term deal, there was some hesitation about, should I do it, shouldn't I do it? He did it, and you know what? Carey Price has been worth every penny
and he's going to the Stanley Cup final.
You're right, Cass. And so many incredible performances by the Montreal Canadiens players. And Brendan Gallagher is one who deserves a lot of credit for Game 6. He's a player that brings the emotion. And look at the intensity from puck drop. This was the first minute of the game, the forecheck on Pietrangelo. Later in the first, the shot block. Then we saw from him later in the third period, the poise with the puck to spin away from pressure, to know that he wanted this puck, using his arm to protect it. Forechecks with authority, stopping on a dime. Another smart play along the boards, spins away, gets it deep. And then we look again, but sacrificing his body, good in the neutral zone. And here it is in overtime. Poised with the puck, draws the pressure, and then gets the second assist on the series winner. So he just brought the intensity, had a huge impact, and you love the balance the Montreal Canadiens brought. Luke Richardson said this was a team that wanted to focus on their work ethic, but he also said that they had a really great feel-good attitude, and it proved that that was just the right approach for them.
David.
Right, alongside Elliott, and I'm glad Jen just brought up Luke Richardson, because that's maybe one of those forgotten storylines. He takes over for Dom Ducharme, thrust into a very tough situation in Game 3. You have to love his cerebral approach, even when things got a little dicey in overtime.
Well, it's the thing you really notice. So in overtime, Vegas came out really well, and there's this near icing here, and as Chris Cuthbert said, it had some great draw weight on it, and it does hit Leonard. Shouldn't have been icing. But, you know, Alex Burrows is freaking out. You know, he played with Bieksa. Some of the crazy rubbed off on him. But look at Richardson, just calm. And I think the team takes on the personality of the head coach. And when you don't see him freaking out like that, they hold and they go down and score. And just one thing we noticed here, Robin Leonard, who tweeted after the game his support for the Canadiens and Price, he made sure to touch the do it for Darren pin on Richardson when they hugged, and he gave his congratulations.
Yeah, really a special moment there. Meanwhile, Marc Bergevin, I mean, he's been the GM since 2012 in Montreal. He kept preaching patience. I have a plan, patience. His patience and the organization's patience paying off.
Well, if you look at all the decisions that he's made, they're all rolling 7 right now. It's jackpot for the Canadiens as I roll out all of the Vegas puns. And by the way, this suit is the best closer since Mariano Rivera. When he wears it, they win series. But, you know, Cassie mentioned Price, their big defense, and he doubled down on big defense, adding Edmondson this year. The centers, staying with Kotkaniemi as his draft target when a lot of people who are more experts on the draft than I am disagreed. Suzuki not trading him for Dubois when Columbus asked for that. Cole Caulfield, now a big-time scorer already at the NHL level, 15th overall. Everything that Bergevin has touched that's been questioned, it all looks really good right now. Big challenge in the Stanley Cup final against either New York or Tampa Bay, but they're there and they earned it.
Yeah, absolutely. 3-0 with a chance to eliminate opponents. They've got the killer instinct as well, Ron. And yes, this Cinderella story definitely has one more big chapter to write.
Hey, don't go away, you two. Punmeister, Elliott, and David. The odds. What were the odds for Montreal tonight or through this series? Was it Vegas the whole way, right?
It was. Tonight was as close, Ron, as it was. Montreal was plus 125, I believe, when David was emptying his bank account on them before the game. That was about as close as we saw it. You know, the one team that has even had longer odds than Montreal is the Islanders. I think they've been an underdog in every game they've played.
Well, you showed earlier how they were 0-5 down the stretch coming into the playoffs. They were 18th during the year. They were the 16th seed of all these teams in the Derby. And people say, you know, how are they doing it? Well, they're doing it with a skill that's as great as the finest hours of this storied franchise. Here are the 5 overtime wins. Can you believe that goal? Nice, right? There's 2 of the kids, and here comes another one. Kotkaniemi just wires this one with a beautiful release in a critical moment against the dreaded rival. And then here goes Caulfield to Toffoli. I mean, that's as pretty as you'll ever see. Guy Lafleur and Yvonne Cornway, Steve Shutt, I don't care. Here's another one. Paul Byron, how does he do that to Josh Anderson? And here comes another one tonight in the 2nd minute of overtime. Just fabulous. So, par excellence. Congratulations, Montreal.
Yeah, gonna be a long night of celebration in Montreal, I imagine. The Canadiens off to the Stanley Cup final for the first time in 28 seasons.
It's official. The Montreal Canadiens break away to the 2021 Stanley Cup final. Good luck from Kit Kat Chunky, the official chocolate of the NHL.
This is what the playoffs are about, people. High drama. Absolute
Sportsnet Hockey Predictor powered by Ram. 3-time winner of Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Make predictions for a chance to win one of 50 cash prizes, plus the grand prize, a Ram 1500 Rebel. Visit sportsnet.ca/predictor.
Feel the clarity of non-drowsy Claritin. Just one pill provides 24-hour relief from symptoms caused by indoor and outdoor allergens, like those from Buddy. Because you want to enjoy his company all day long. Live Claritin Clear.
The Roasted Garlic King is back at Burger King with 2 flame-grilled patties, sizzling bacon, crispy onions, and layers of roasted garlic aioli. Order the Roasted Garlic King on the Burger King app today.
Neymar Jr. shaking up poker at PokerStars.net.
Stop dreaming. Start driving. Red Tag Days are here with great offers on the Corolla and other select models. Visit shoptoyota.ca.
The Stanley Cup playoffs. It's on. Sportsnet.
Other sports happen.
I was going to say, so that happened?
Orioles, Jays. George Springer gets the night off. Available to pinch hit if needed, so he can shimmy in the dugout. Meanwhile, Baltimore, 19 straight road L's. Pretty early on when we found out how this one is going to end. Bottom one, after Dean Kramer walked the bases loaded, Teoscar Hernandez rips a base hit. Casual, 1-zip Blue Jays. Later in the frame, it's 2-0. Bases loaded for Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Swing and a drive. This ball is deep. If it's fair, it's gone. A grand slam home run on the first pitch for Gurriel.
Oh, grand slam. Springer loves it. Gurriel with his first career grand slam, and Kramer manages one out before getting the hook. And my sources tell me they played the Seinfeld theme song when he walked up the field. I promise you, that is real.
There's got to be some sort of Seinfeld reference available.
Top 2 outs, bases loaded for Trey Mancini. Anthony Kay gets him trying to check his swing, escapes the jam. 5 shutout innings, career high 8 Ks, 4 K. Bottom 2, Vladdy.
Why not?
Guess the distance.
The moon.
Yeah, close enough. 438 feet. Almost went on the highway. Look at this. That's his major league leading 24th. It's 7-zip Toronto. Nice. Bottom 3 now, 8-0. Bo Bichette gets in on the fun.
Third?
Yeah, we're only in the third. Ugh. Shoots a double into the gap. Drives in his 49th ribby. That leads All-American League shortstops. The Jays win their 5th in a row. They didn't score anymore after that. 9-zip, the final. Alek Manoah getting the start Friday, 6 days after being ejected for throwing at Baltimore's Maikel Franco. It landed Manoah a 5-game suspension. He's appealing. You can see the game on Sportsnet 1, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific time.
Could be interesting. All right, the Western Conference Finals where the Suns lead 2-0. And uh-oh, look out. Chris Paul back after missing the first 2 games of this series due to testing positive for COVID-19. And Devin Booker, mask Booker, after getting his nose busted in Game 2. 3 different spots it was broken. Yeah, not great. First quarter, Paul dishing DeAndre Ayton for the slam. One of 8 first half times for CP3. Second cue at the other end. Paul George drives and throws down, but his Clippers still trail by 2 at half. It's kind of a must-win situation here, fellas. Third quarter, Clippers now down 3. Terrence Mann coast to coast for the lay-in. He had 10 points in the third to cut the lead to 1. A little later, Clippers now up 6. George, nice dish. Zubats for a slam. And afterwards, George and Paul talking a little trash. 9 seconds of the cue, George lets his game do the talking.
Paul George gets it off in time. Oh, he banks it in. It's good. Paul George at the buzzer.
Listen, 6 shot, but this face.
I thought this was going to be the precursor to the Suns coming back.
Kiss of death, I'm telling you. It was no fluke, though. Prior to the game, he was working on that little half-court heave. They were up 11 through 3 early in the fourth. Luke Kennard spots up for 3, knocks it down through contact. Kawhi Leonard still in with a knee injury. Thrilled to see his team on top.
Yeah,
thrilled. Ecstatic. There's 3 to play. LA up 11. Reggie Jackson takes it down low. Finishes over top of Cameron Johnson. He tells him, you're too small. Just too small. Did we see Trady that?
Yeah.
Next trip down man to Patrick Beverly. That's a good corner three. Oh, good. Classic Steve Ballmer reaction shots. As the Clippers win their first conference finals game ever. They take it 106-92.
Did you eat all your pizza?
Maybe.
Because I thought it was just a prop, but I definitely ate all of it.
No, it was a thrill. We did it for the joke. Thank you, Dano, for making this a thing. I think now we just, every Habs game probably have to eat one. Because guess what?
Yeah.
The Habs games continue.
Because they're going to the Stanley Cup final.
Craziness.
Just insane. What an insane game. And it's perfect that it ends in overtime with that crowd being able to let out that roar one last time at home. And they're still partying in the streets.
The storyline is epic. It's hard to hate, right? It's good stuff.
Congrats.
Commentators' clothing provided by Jack Victor, proudly made in Montreal by Canadians for men everywhere since 1913. Available at better stores nationwide. Please visit jackvictor.com.